Hey guys, this is Sapphire Yagami with Teen Wolf Season 3, Episode 1 review. Alright, it came on on Monday. Today is Wednesday. Okay, the show starts off with a young, unidentified woman who revives an unconscious Isaac using a car battery and jumper cables. His body is covered in bloody slashes. There's deep claws in his neck. The girl explains that it's from their claws and it's how they share and steal memories. She eventually gets him onto the motorcycle and they race off into the night. Isaac said he could hear someone coming. Then I see two figures literally chasing after them on foot after the bike. The two men are identical twins and their the eyes glow red of that of the alpha wolves. They eventually the girl and Isaac eventually get to this warehouse where they are then trapped by the alphas, and then the twins sort of do this Wonder Twin thing where they form a mega alpha. Like they literally merge into one. They go from two. He touches the other one, touches his back, and he morph into like this Hulk alpha. I was like, okay, that's new. Never seen that before. And then the girl then fires this electronic current to their chest and pretty much knocks them out for a minute. And then later we have Styles and Scott in the tattoo parlor. Scott wants to get a tattoo, and Styles jokes about getting a lizard of a tattoo that kind of looks like the Kanamea. And then he asks why is his friend trying to get two simple black bands permanently inked around his arm. Scott said he doesn't know why he likes the design, but the act of getting a tattoo has meaning in itself. The tattoo gives history of the tattoo, saying big than 1,000 years. The teaching word tattoo means to leave a mark, like a rite of passage. Then as soon as Scott starts getting his tattoo, Styles passes out. Later, once they get in the Jeep, Styles is holding an ice pack to his head and Scott's arm is able to bandage, but then it starts to burn, and as he takes off his bandages, he sees that, since he is aware, he can't get a tattoo because it's just going to heal itself. So that kind of sucks. She went through all that pain just for it to heal up. That kind of sucks. Later we have Lydia and Allison driving, heading for a group thing. Lydia promised that it's not a double date. Allison says she's not ready to get back out there, and Lydia's like, come on. She was ridiculed for not dating at all while she was in France for 4 months. Addison turns to question back on her accent if she dated after Lydia cussed her off and said, could you not say his name? They're talking about Jackson, and Addison asks if he's okay, and she says everything worked out. He's now an American werewolf in London, a reference to the movie. Lydia explains that the doctor looked like total idiots after he turned up alive, and Pete Derek had to bring in on the werewolf thing, you know, Werewolf 101. And then she eventually says that, hey, we're going on a double date. We're not. This is just not an orgy. Then we have Scott and Styles pulling up behind the girls, and then they are talking about relationship. And then Styles sees the girls, and he's like, dude. And Scott looks at him, he's like, dude, oh my god. And Styles tries to answer her, and then Allison sees Scott, and is like, oh my god, I'm not ready for this. And so pretty much like this awkward moment, because you know they broke up for like 4 months. Well, actually, she broke up with him. So it's like this awkward thing. Then the girls drive off as a red light, and then the dudes end up driving. And Scott's like, dude, stop it. It looks like we're following them. Then they stop. Then the girls stop because Allison says she wants to talk to him. And all of a sudden this deer comes out of nowhere, and you're like, oh my god, what the heck is going on? Later, we have Isaac is seen rolling up in the hospital, and Mommy McCall is like, why is he not healing? Because, you know, she knows about the wolf thing. After you to see your son turn into a wolf, you're kind of freaked out, you know. Scott is in his room, you know, working out, reading some books, you know, trying to, you know, get up on speed with his education, you know. Because, you know, being a wolf, sometimes that gets in the way, you know. And you can't help it. It gets in the way sometimes. Anyway, we then have, go over to Allison. They're not going to be, her and her dad are not going to be doing their hunter thing anymore. They just want a normal life, but I think it's going to be impossible since, you know, it's kind of like a family tradition. You know, goes back down the line. I doubt you guys can just kick that out your sister, you know? Just saying. We have, Styles researching on the deer car collisions, and his dad has to literally pull him away from the screen And then later we have Allison and Lydia in the hallway asking about, you know, dating stuff. And Lydia says she's not really looking for a date or a boyfriend or something long term. She's just looking for, like, a distraction. So she's just pretty much sleeping around with people. I'm like, okay. That's all I can say. We have Scott mentioned the style that he wants to ask Derek about the tattoo thing. Because, you know, Derek has a tattoo, so, you know, and then they see some missing posters. Then we have, Lydia seeing these two twins that was early in this episode, but they don't know that they're wolves, you know, especially alphas. And she's like, ooh, fresh meat, and she wants to tap that. Granted, they're smexy, but you're trying to get away from the whole wolf thing, and you're just about to walk literally right back into it. So at the hospital, we have Melissa McCall. She can't get Isaac to get in contact with Derek, so she ends up having to call her son. Scott has to leave the classroom. Sheriff Stilinski, he's trying to figure out from the missing girl to figure out how she used a modified stun gun, and she called 10,000 property and damage. This girl is trying to hurry get to somebody, but we don't know who she's trying to get to. Then in class, we have Allison, Lydia, and Styles. They're in class. The English teacher, you know, is talking and stuff. Then all of a sudden, birds attack the windows. So you're like, what the heck? The birds literally attack the windows. I don't get why they're sitting there standing looking at the birds like, ooh, look, birds flying toward the window. Really? Run. Run away. Anyway, the birds come into the window, almost poked kids' eyes out. Then we have to call, like, you know, the animal people, and then, you know, such and such. Styles is the one to know more about all these incidents. At the hospital, Scott gets there. Isaac's being carted away by Alpha. Alpha and Scott didn't fight. You know, there's all this chaos. He ends up going, then eventually, we have Lydia Allison, in the hallway, you know, getting this stuff, and the mysterious girl from early in the film, TV show, she asks him for Scott, and then she leaves, like, these bruise-like marks on her, on her forearm. And, then we have, Sarah Silency getting a call from Dr. Deaton saying they got 15 calls about animals freaking out. The doctor, that's the black dude who kind of knows all about the wolf stuff, he called sheriff, said like he thought somebody came in and killed the animal, but realized that they killed themselves. So you like all these weird animal things going on. Scott said Derek getting his tattoo. Then the only way he could get a tattoo is because he has to use a blowtorch. I'm like, okay, I thought needles were bad, but using a blowtorch, ooh, God. He ends up, you know, losing consciousness, but it's permanently on there now. Apparently, that's the only way to get it work on them. Scott knows something is up. He notices that Derek has painted his door red, and he ends up scratching off using his claws and sees it's the mark of the Alpha pack, literally a pack full of alphas. And Scott's like, how is that possible? And that's what pretty much, you know, that's what's causing all the wildlife to act cuckoo, you know, whatnot. And Scott kind of wants to get into it, but then he's kind of like, you really don't want to get into it because you kind of don't want to lose, you know, your educational track. You know, he's been studying and whatnot. And then we have the mysterious girl. She's made it to the locker room. She breaks off a handle with a broom, and she's about to use it as a weapon. Then she is surrounded by alphas and a blind dude who was early in the show. Turns out to actually be the leader. And he called her beautiful but defiant. She said that she was defiant because she knows that he's afraid of Scott, of the man he will become. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with Scott? Okay. Then the alpha says he's aware of a certain potential threat, but he plans to get someone to eliminate that threat from him. she submerses that Derek will become that someone. He then slashes at the girl viciously, and we barely see the blow connect, but we see blood spread across the lockers nearby. So the way he looked like he was doing it, I'm guessing is either her face or her neck. So I'm not sure if she's dead or if she's even a wolf. You know, it's all confusing. You really don't know who she is, but she kicks butt. Later we have Lydia helping Allison pick out wall colors for the room when they know that the bruises the girls gave them on the forearms make a symbol when placed side by side. The same symbol is then seen on the floor on what appears to be a bank vault, where a male figure sits hunched, leaning on a column and rocking slightly. As the shot zooms in, we see a smaller female hand cover his and clasp tightly. So that's the recap for season 3, episode 1 of Teen Wolf. The episode is titled Tattoo. Now we'll see you guys Monday for episode 2, is titled Chaos Rising, and I will see you guys Sunday for True Blood. What is True Blood? Because we're going to see some Bill Love. Bye.